Welcome back. We have Dr. John Hovanessian here, who is going to share with us a new technology for dry eye. Well, welcome.
How are you? It's nice to see you,
Good.
Lisa.
Nice to see you too. And I read this twice because I went, wait a minute, a nasal spray for dry eye. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
How does this come about?
Well, it's a little bit of a mind bender, isn't it? We have medications for dry eye. There are now 3 FDA approved, and this is the 4th medicine for dry eye. Not just lubricant drops, but medicine that we put in the eye. And this one is different because we put it not in the eye, but in the nose.
Okay.
Well, to start with, a lot of people hate eye drops, right? They sting. And all of the commercially available FDA-approved medicines do sting.
Right.
Whereas, not that putting something in the nose is entirely exciting for people, but it is an alternate way to do it.
Right.
And so this medicine, which is called Tyrvaya,
Okay.
is now available by prescription.
Okay.
You get it at a pharmacy, and it's designed to use the nerves and the way they connect to the to the brain
Right.
through the nose. And I think if you get something spicy in your mouth or in your nose, pepper, you are going to perhaps sneeze a little,
Right.
and your eyes are going to water, right?
Right.
That's because those nerves are all connected, and the nerves you stimulate in the nose with this medicine, not just as you put it in, but for a number of hours afterwards,
Okay.
will then stimulate the nerves that also send a signal to the glands that produce tears.
Right. So I know we have a slide about the glands. So tell me the difference between the 2 different kinds of glands that we have in our eyes.
Yeah, well, so there's really 2 sets of structures, and then a third that's in the eyelid that make up the complicated chemistry of the tears. You know, for you to see well, when you think about it, to have the surface of the eye covered with skin that's like the rest of our skin, but specially structured to be clear, and then to have an optically smooth surface, glassy smooth like a lens, requires a water film, and it has to be beautifully smooth for us to see well, and that takes a lot of chemistry. There's lipid, which is like oil, there's water, which makes up most of it, and then there's mucus that coats the surface of the actual structure of the eye. And all 3 of those layers are made by different parts of the eye. But the helpful thing about this medicine is that it stimulates all 3. Because when we use nerves to stimulate the tear, functional unit in the eye, that produces all the layers of the tears. None of the other medicines are known to do that.
Interesting. That's interesting.
So
What is the activated ingredient in that?
Yeah, so it is it's called a cholinergic agonist, which means that it stimulates nerves that, in this case, produce tears. The same medication has also been used as for smoking cessation, as a pill, to help people who smoke to quit smoking. Chantix is the name of that medicine.
No
So same medication has been used before, but obviously it's not used as a nasal spray here. It's been reformulated.
Right.
So it's generally fairly tolerable. It doesn't sting, although a lot of people sneeze, especially in the first few doses.
Sure.
You put something in your nose, it does induce you to sneeze. Most people, 98% of people who do, say that that's pretty mild sneezing, and it's, okay, I can deal with it because my eyes are now feeling better.
Well, sure. Now, how long does it last? Is it something that it says twice daily medication, so what, an 8-hour type thing?
Yeah, at least. I mean, it should be 12, right? If it's twice daily, but it's used twice daily and seems to produce an effect for even 24 hours with that twice daily dosing. Okay. So something you'd probably take up in the middle, in the beginning of the day, and then maybe late in the afternoon or in the evening. And it is a new medicine, and anytime there's a new medicine, coverage by insurance is variable. I think we have pretty good coverage for people who have Medicare and secondaries, but even that, depending on your secondary plan, depending on the drug plan you have, it could affect what you pay out of pocket. Okay. With time, these things always get better as drugs become, have an opportunity to get on more insurance plans. Right. We don't have any financial interest as doctors in this. We prescribe a drug because it's helpful to our patients. But I bring it to you today because I think our viewers are probably interested in knowing if you've got dry eye, there's a new option that's available to them.
I'm wondering, in the studies that they did on this, does it show that after using it for a period of time, can you lessen using it because it stimulated them and now all of a sudden they're working correctly?
It's a really great question, and it's and generally that is true. Generally, so we find that with the other products like Restasis and Lifitegrast, which is Xiidra, And then the third one, eye suvis, is really used for episodes of dry eye, so we don't use it long term. But we are starting to notice that with patients. That,
that's great.
And it's simply because as you sort of exercise those tear glands and get them to work more, they respond more to a little less stimulus.
Right.
And so less medication, maybe once a day dosing.
That's great. You're training yourself. That's great.
You're training your
Good.
eyes.
That is awesome news. Well, thank you so much for the information. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's neat, isn't it? I mean,
It
so
is
many
great.
great developments that are always coming in medicine and in eye care in particular.
Exactly. Thank you.
Thank you.
And if you want more information about this particular medication, or if you have any questions about your eyes, you can always contact Harvard Eye at harvardeye.com, or you could call them at 949-951-2020. We'll be right back.